And some of us, it's not a photo. It's not a
We're
photo.
in the flow. I'm in the flow.
Wait, it's not a photo. It's not a photo. It's not a photo.
It's like a check for
Give hugs, not nothing.
Yeah, wait, let me pause.
very good. I think I can turn it on.
Okay, now.
You have a reputation for being straightforward and honest.
Wow. So I feel like a breakup needs a glow up. Or maybe not a glow up, but just, you know, a sense of regaining control and feeling like you have a stronger sense of self. And one way that I feel like I can do that is my hair, as per a lot of other people who go through breakups. So I am going to go and dye my hair today. I have on and off gotten like a brunette style hair colouring, but it's always been kind of like a washout one with the salon, so it lasts a month or so, but not too long. But now I'm ready to go more permanent, so I'm going to go in and ask for the same kind of brunette, maybe a cooler colour rather than a warm brunette, just to kind of kill some of the red in my hair. And yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna do like a lot of nice things for myself, like do my hair, get a really nice facial, maybe a massage. So yeah, just kind of, I think I'll put all of this together in a vlog for the whole starting over at 30 moment where we're just doing a little bit of a glow uppy rebrandy situation.
You're a brave girl. So have any jacket or anything?
I'm so happy with this. Oh, this is so fun. Super happy with the look. Hello. It's a few days later since getting my hair done and I'm still loving it. I'm also in Barcelona to hang out with some friends, and it's a friend's birthday. So I am going to just take advantage of having a bit more time and get my eyelashes done as well, and maybe a manicure too. Let's go. I love an eyelash lift. Ooh, wow, they look so good. I think that cross is gonna be. So my beautiful friend Tolga has been living in Sydney this whole entire year, and now they're finally back. So I am going to go and grab dinner. We're going to Tom's Pasta. I'm so excited to hear all about Australia, all about my hometown. I actually got to hang out with Tolga when I visited my family. They came to like see the family house and it was really cute, for me at least. To show them like everywhere I'd grown up. But now, yeah, let's go get dinner and catch up.
content. I know.
It's just like a mountain cheese. It's much better than not.
Hello, it is Friday night, and on the theme of self-care and looking after myself, I have booked myself in for a facial, which I'm so excited about. I'm trying out a new place. It's called Relax. It's in Containerville, which I think is just the most hilarious name ever for something. Knowing it was like my Friday night plans, I also booked in like for a full hour and a half, so it's gonna be good. Y'all, that was amazing. Okay, it's dark right now, so you definitely can't see. But I looked in the mirror and that was incredible. That was my first ever extraction facial, and I feel like she got everything out. It was so good. How do I get out of here? Whew. Okay, also super relaxing. Ended up being like about an hour and a half, 2 hours. Now I'm off to read my book, I think. I'll grab some dinner, read my book, and just have a perfect evening. Wow, she glowing. Her skin is glowing. Also, like when the facialist came out to greet me and her skin was just like fabulous and glowing, you kind of just like, you know, she knows her shit. And she taught me a lot as well. I feel like I learned a lot. So I'm gonna make some little changes to my skincare routine. For example, I've been doing the double cleansing with the oil and like the foaming cleanser, but I didn't realize like if you cleanse with the oil for like a full minute, it just is going to extract so much more than the quick 20 seconds I have been doing. So I'm definitely going to be doing that now. So I'm having some friends over tonight, and I am hosting a cookbook club dinner, which is like a full-on mouthful of words. But essentially I wanted to have everyone over, but I didn't want it to just be like a regular dinner. I wanted something a little bit different that's a bit more interactive for everyone and like, I don't know, a bit more cohesive as well. So I saw online that there are cookbook club dinners, and I thought I would be very inspired by that and host my own. The book we are cooking is the only book we have in this house that isn't purely baked goods, and because I didn't want to eat a heap of well, I would want to eat a heap of baked goods for dinner, but I figured we should be a little bit more healthy. So the only other cookbook we had, and this is one of my housemates, is Plenty. So it feels like a little bit of a ode to London. So everyone is going to be bringing a meal from this cookbook. I shared like the different recipes with them, and I am cooking some flatbread, his yogurt flatbread, and also the green couscous. And as you can see, I've prepared this table to look like a cooking show program, because when you have this much good green stuff, I feel like you have to show it off. It looks incredible. It's so colourful and vibrant. I also wanted to do dessert for everyone, but the desserts in the plenty I was not vibing, so instead I had 5 other cookbooks to choose from, all specialising in desserts. So I'm doing a mix between Dessert Person's plum galette, but I'm mostly following the recipe from Nicola Lamb's sift. The pie dough in sift just was a lot easier for me to make. So I've made the pie dough, that's what you saw me making before. I've made the flatbread dough as well. And now I'm going to get into making like the plum mixture that's going on the galette, and the inspiration for Claire Saffit's is the pistachio and plum and like the honey and the flavours in the galette. And then I'm going to get started on the couscous, and then my friends are going to come over and we're going to do dinner, and we're going to all, yeah, just worship at Ottolenghi's tasty meals. What have you cooked up tonight?
I've got a soba noodle dish. Oof. Who knows how it's gonna taste?
I'm feeling hopeful.
We'll see.
You're doing Ottolenghi proud.
Check back in soon.
What was it called? Book club, dinner club, party?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10?
11 out of 10. Oh, whoa! 12 out of 10. 10
out of 10? In that case, I have to give it 13 out of 10. So, the book club dinner, total success. I had so much fun. It was also really cute how everyone put in like the little effort to make the dish, and then we ate each dish one at a time so that we could talk about like how it was made and the process, and everything was incredibly tasty. Another funny thing with Ottolenghi is like how there's so many different components. So everyone came over with like 5 different containers with like the nuts and the dressing and the toppings. I think an Ottolenghi cookbook dinner involves like a lot of Tupperware. Oh my god, could have turned it into a Tupperware party at the same time. Kidding. So yeah, I'm really glad we did that, and it was also really cute to just like hear everyone talk about the dish they made, and we just like were talking about cooking in general, so it also made for a really nice like topic of conversation. So yeah, that was really nice to host last night. And then today, for my little self-care-y moment, because we're taking care of ourselves, we're being kind to ourselves in like the the breakup era. Today I am going to take myself to the V&A East Storehouse, which is really exciting because if you watched my unofficial guide to all my favourite London things, I filmed that like at the start of this year and it hadn't even opened yet. So I didn't even get to include it, but like I knew I wanted to include it. It's like I make reference to it even though I hadn't been. But now it has been open for quite a while now. I've put off going, I guess, because, I don't know, I've just been busy, I've been traveling, and I knew it was going to be there. But today's the day. I'm taking myself over to check it out. It looks like such a beautiful space. And also, whilst I'm that side of town, there's a little homewares and matcha spot I want to check out. I saw it recently and I was like, oh my God, a homeware store I haven't been to in East London. Like, what is going on? And it's called Juju Home Store, and they have like a lot of good looking matcha on their little like appy thing, Google Maps. They don't have their own app. That would be a really nice little afternoon for myself. And yeah, and if you don't happen to know this, in like previous videos like my Cambridge one and things like that, I just love going to a gallery, especially by myself, and just having the time to wander around and look at everything and soak it all in. I think going to galleries is just like one of the most fantastic things to do, especially solo. So yeah, and I also find it like really rejuvenating. I learn a lot, and then I also have time to just kind of reflect on everything as well, which is so nice. So that's what we're gonna go off and do today.
I don't have to look no further, 'cause I've reached my destination. I used to be lost, but now I'm found. As long as I know that you'll be around, I don't have to keep on searching. I'm right where I wanna be. I used to be so sad, now I'm glad I found something I never had, and I'm ready.
So the V&A East Storehouse was incredible. Highly recommend. It met, if not exceeded, my expectations. Like, all the imagery looked incredible. And then when you were physically in that space, I was very overwhelmed. Like, architecture alone is worth going for, let alone the fact that it's full of hundreds, if not thousands, of objects. And I thought it was really interesting how it existed almost to display the objects, but also kind of teach people about museums and why they exist and how they work. So you kind of got an understanding of the different roles at a museum, how they go about collecting things, why they collect things, and then how they take care of those items and then also transport them. So it felt like full breadth. Now I understand how the museum works, or at least at the most basic level, because also all of the descriptions to help bring everything to life made a lot of sense. Like, they were very simplified, so I feel like I know like the bare bones of the museums. And then obviously there's like so many objects that they can't necessarily explain every single one, but they had clustered a few together and given an explanation of what they were trying to tell with those few items. And they had a very East London lens as well, which I really appreciated, because a lot of museums and galleries in London are mostly in West London. So obviously this one being out in East London meant that they catered more to the history here. I learnt that items can be given to the museum either as gifts or through wills or in lieu of tax, or they can be purchased. It's all very, very interesting, and the fact that they have to acquire all these objects to kind of paint a story of our material world throughout history. So they have to capture a wide breadth of objects from different cultures and religions and parts of the world, and all together they like create a story about our material world. For example, there was entire components of a home that, like, obviously they had to put away the little door handle and the doorbell, and everything just has to be stored, I guess, when it's not on display. And then also all of the people who work there, and we saw some of like their jobs, which are insane. They are responsible for packaging items and keeping them maintained so that they don't like a tutu not being crushed for thousands of years or however long they hold on to these items, and coming in and making sure that they're well kept. Yeah, I feel like I learnt so much, and you know, obviously you can go, I think the architecture alone is reason enough to go because the space is incredible and vast and beautiful to be in. But then also if you want to like learn about museums and things like that, that was also really good. I spent about an hour and a half there. So I reckon an hour to 2 hours would be enough time. And all I can say is, if you can, check it out.